And you see how I first saw it. I didn't see it from the first three. I first noticed most glorious, and I knew the most exalted was the title of the Bob. And then, of course, the most great. And then I figured, well, if the pattern's correct, then how is Christ the most mighty? The power of faith is what he introduced. The might and power of the Holy Spirit in faith. Most luminous, I remembered that in the Quran it speaks that Moses held up his hand. It was the most luminous, the white luminous hand. And of course, most holy would be again the Spirit of oneness, the most holy one, the God of all things. Lastly, the divine unity, small d, small u. I would suggest this is us beginning to understand our own journey. It's us with now our own understanding, looking at our own lives. Starting again at the bottom.
And here we are taking excerpts from the prayer for the dead.
Ah, yes. Let me make it a little more clear on that. If any of you have been to a Baha'i funeral, you notice that you have heard these 6 phrases repeated 19 times each. It takes a tremendous long time to go through it. Did you ever wonder why Baha'u'llah would put us through this unless it's really important? Talk about driving a point home. Have we ever thought about what is the point of this? For what purpose are we going through this? Here we're witnessing a brother or a sister about to be put under the ground. And he asks us to say this. I would like to suggest to you. He is saying, before you wind up in this position, you the living, remember the journey you're on. Are you moving through the pathway? Are you achieving the worlds before you wind up here? So if we read this with the understanding that perhaps this is his call to us to make this journey before we leave this mortal world.
And it begins, we all verily worship God.
We all are worshiping the one God of all reality, the Lord of oneness, first introduced by Abraham.
And it continues, we all verily bow down before God.
We all bow down to his law, to his will, symbolized by obedience to the law of God, as Moses taught.
And it continues, we all verily are devoted unto God.
We are to have single-minded devotion to the Lord of the age in which we live in, that his Spirit might sweep us up and put a fire in our hearts so we become as a testament and a witness to the Lord of the age in which we live.
And we continue, we all verily give praise unto God.
Anyone who understands that there are 3, in 7 Valleys he describes the 3 ways of expressing the title of Muhammad, Ahmad, Muhammad, and Mahmud. They are 3 different levels of understanding of who is Muhammad, but they all are derivatives of the word to praise. So therefore, to give praise unto God is see things in divine unity as Muhammad taught, the Islamic peace.
Next we have, we all verily yield thanks unto God.
If you reach this level, you have attained to the realm of certitude. And when you can feel and see so clearly the divine will and purpose, all you can say is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are seeing beauty beyond beauty. And finally?
Finally, we all verily are patient in God.
It's interesting that the first tablet that Baha'u'llah revealed after declaring is called the Tablet of Patience. Why? If you really put your trust in Baha'u'llah, if you see what's needed to be done, that Baha'u'llah has revealed is the work, you understand that patience becomes a part of your demeanor, your life, because you're so trusting in God, you can let things flow. You do not become impatient. You don't expect impatiently for things. You understand that it's a process, that it's an unfolding process. And it gives you the quality of extraordinary patience in the face of all manner of happening in life. Be it out there, be it in here, be it to your loved ones, you gain such an access to understanding that you live in a life of extraordinary patience. It's the result of truly seeing with the eye of God. So these are the various sixes. I can say the last three all relate to the pattern of the six manifestations of God.